Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. We're continuing our budget Leonin, the kind of budget Kindred series here, and we're looking at, equipment synergy today. Leonin have a lot of equipment synergy. They love their equipment. Anyway, what are we covering? I'm covering what I'm calling the exemplars. So they're creatures that have a very high affinity with a particular color. Black rat, red goblin, we've already covered. Also blue merfolk we covered already. And we're on to white Leonin. I'm saving the green elves for last because I feel like people know that one for the most part. So what about Leonin? Their main color white? This is a weird one because Leonin actually do not have their own creature type. They're just cat, right? So yeah. I am really talking about cats. Leonin are the main focus though. So I think all the lists have some that are just straight up cats, and cats can be all kinds of colors. The Leonin are usually at least white. Probably Azorius next, so like white blue next, but anyway, alright. What do I mean by budget? I'm saying $2 or less on the TCG market value, not a sponsor. No. Honorable mentions. Okay, so these are all 8 cents or less. 1 and a white for Sunspear Shikari. That's as long as it's equipped, it has first strike and lifelink. A lot of decks can. First strike is always great to have. Lifelink, any kind of life gain deck, you should probably have this guy. Life gain equipment, I guess. Deck. I'm sure that's a thing. Kembaka Regent. I actually have this in my Boros equipment deck. I just did a video on that. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/2 white cat creature token for each equipment attached to Kembaka Regent. So you can potentially make a whole lot of these 2/2 tokens. 2/2 tokens aren't bad, you know? They're not bad. Finally, Kemba's Legion for 5 white, so not cheap. It has Vigilance. It's a 4/6 Vigilance, sorry. And it can block an additional creature for each equipment attached to it. This can potentially just block your whole board, right? You do want to give it something like flying or something like that, but you're using equipment anyway, so you're gonna probably be able to pull that off pretty easily. Alright, first up is Nazan, Revered Bladesmith. 4 and Selesnya, so green-white for a 5/4. And when he enters the battlefield, you can search your deck for the Hammer of Nazan. The Hammer of Nazan is very good, but it's also like $8, so very much not in my budget range. And whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you may tap target creature defending player controls. Especially when you can do that en masse, that's incredible, right? Whenever an equipped creature. So if you're attacking with 4 equipped creatures, you can tap down 4 targets. That very quickly is going to run them out of blockers. They can't block then, right? 96 cents. Leonin Denguard. So this is 1 and a white for a 1/3. Okay. And as long as it's equipped, it gets +1/+1, and attacking does not cause it to tap. You call that vigilance now, right? So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, there's a lot of decks that are able to make use of that, and the fact that it doesn't actually say vigilance is kind of useful. But anyway, 50 cents. Lion Sash. Okay, so this is an equipment cat. 1 and a white for a 1/1. And reconfigure too. So basically, it's not actually just an equipment. It has reconfigure. Please note that that is not equip, okay? So Arden, Intrepid Explorer, or Archaeologist, Intrepid Archaeologist, yeah. I just did a deck tech on that, and this would not work with Arden. Arden allows you to equip for free, not reconfigure. that is a different keyword, so that's something to pay attention to in some decks. If you have something that reduces equip cost, this doesn't care. It's reconfigured, not equipped, right? Anyway, for 1 white, you can exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 on Lion Sash. So this is going to start getting +1/+1s and allows you to exile from someone's graveyard. Very useful thing to have. You should have something that can deal with graveyards in every deck, and this can do it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 on Lion Sash. Again, I wish they can say equipped, but anyway, yeah. This could potentially help you make a really big creature and deal with problems from people's graveyards. Remember, even if it is equipped to something, it doesn't matter. You can still activate that 1 white to exile permanents or exile a card from a graveyard thing. So even when it is equipped, it can still do its like sneaky stuff. Very useful. 154. Balan Wandering Knight for 2 and 2 white for a 3/3 with first strike. So when he has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to him. He needs 2 or more equipment, which a lot of decks can do pretty easy, especially if you can pay 1 and a white to attach all equipment to Balan. Again, that is an ability, so that's an instant speed. Usually equip is only sorcerer speed. One thing he can do, he can cheat just by like being able to switch everything onto him. For instance, if someone's using like target or removal against him, you just use this and he'll probably be able to gain like hexproof or shroud or something that will make him an illegal target. So you can really do some mean stuff. Anyway, 45 cents. Tajnar, Swordsmith. I had this in my deck, yeah. For 3 and a white, when he enters the battlefield, you may pay X. If you do, search your library for an equipment card with converted mana cost X or less, put that into play, then shuffle your library. So basically, he's not only going to tutor, he's going to auto-cast and put it straight into the battlefield. The downside versus some other similar cards is that you do still have to pay for the cost. What I would do is look for something that is very functional, but has like a low casting cost. Whisper Silk Cloak is the thing I mentioned before, and it's near the top of my list. I believe is a 2 casting cost. So if you're paying 2 extra, you're getting something straight into the battlefield that can make creatures unblockable and grant Shroud. You do need to have the right equipment, I think, but yeah, potentially very useful. Anyway, 49 cents. Val List. Nazan, Revered Bladesmith, 56 cents. The main thing for him, I feel like Selesnya is a bit of a weird color combination for that. Leonin Denguard, 50 cents. Lion Sash, 154. Balan Wandering Knight, 45 cents. That instant speed equip thing, do not underestimate it. It can do so much. Tajnar, Swordsmith, 49 cents only. Again, you need the right equipment to a target. That's the main thing. You should know your equipment in your deck. Anyway, take it easy.